free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Welcome to the Vanguard Roundtable, the voice of tomorrow, where the future of news unfolds before your eyes. From Valiant News Network, Tyler and Levi bring you the stories that matter, the moments that shape our world. This is the front line of information, the pulse of the people, where no angle goes unexamined, no truth goes untold. Stay with us, stay informed. The Vanguard has begun.
All right. Welcome back to the Vanguard Roundtable, episode 2. I'm one of your hosts, Tyler,
And I'm your other host, Levi.
and welcome. Couple different things we're going to talk about today. Obviously, one main topic on everyone's minds is the government shutdown. Another topic that we're going to discuss today is some of the tariff fallout, or quote unquote fallout. And we're going to talk about some of the Portland Guard updates, especially since there's been a recent ruling. We're also going to talk about some other economy and other headline news. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Yeah. So an interesting thought to discuss here, to kind of get us started, is what will happen if the government stays shut down?
A lot of things could happen. Good thing. In my opinion, good things could come of it because a restart is always good. It's good to have a restart to rethink things, especially if, we've gone off track the last 150 years, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I definitely agree with that. So, we went from, in our founding fathers to literally dumping tea into the sea just
That's
for
a grand
small
example.
single-digit taxes, but now we live with the majority of us having, upwards of, 20 to 30% of our income taken from us, large property taxes that are continuous every single year sometimes.
With the shutdown, I believe this is what I was about to get at. I believe that with the shutdown, it could make us look at these things like milk prices. Why are we paying so high on tax for milk? Okay, we said something about that on tea. That's just tea. That was a beverage, just a regular beverage back in the day. Now it's milk and our eggs.
Well, it was eggs.
It is still eggs. I still pay taxes on eggs. When I go to the grocery store, I will bet money.
Actually, that depends on the state.
Even if it's cents, I bet it's just cents, but still, cents matter. And in these days, cents could add up to me being able to buy a house.
That's true. Speaking of that, the Trump administration is trying to get rid of the penny. So
That's something else. Shoot, the penny is worth more than their own penny. So it's so overstretched. This government shutdown, I feel like if it's giving us, like, if we kept it on for as long as possible, and I mean as long as possible, it will give us a chance to look at things that aren't needed. Like, really, do we need these things? Do we need someone just looking over what we buy every day? Do we really need that?
yeah, exactly. And I think that, on top of that, we should really think about, Biden's economy that he handed down to us,
Oh
which we
my
thought was going
gosh.
into a recession or a depression 100%. I was preaching that before Trump even won the election. So really,
But then in that recession, the prices of gas were about $5 in marginal areas, places of not many people. And that gas shouldn't be that much for.
well, it's always that much in California, but that's a different story. I think it's just very important that we identify that there is some economy hardships, not caused by the current administration, but caused by the 4 years of the previous administration. Now, don't you agree that the previous administration, they did bailouts? They helped people during COVID when this economy was shaken like this. Don't you think that another bailout, especially for lower class, middle class, and maybe small businesses?
I don't think so. I think things need to be kind
I
of
think we should.
reversed.
I think we should consider a bailout.
If companies need more money, they need to bring back prior companies that did make money. Like, how GM and all those other car companies and Ford got bailouts. Actually, I think Ford or GM didn't take the bailout, and that's why they're still not that great. Or I think maybe it was Dodge even. But
I mean, I think that we personally know people that have been afflicted in a way that they're losing their house. And so I think it's important to have those support programs. When Biden handed Trump a disaster of an economy, almost like he set him up for failure, I think that you have to step in and support the people and support the small business that runs this entire country.
no, in the sense of like
And the family.
small business bailout, like say like there's a
Not
struggling
just small
family.
business. It's more important that it's families.
Like say it's like a small family with a house and they have a very high mortgage. Like mortgages they probably can't afford if someone lost their job. Like that's just how detrimental it is. They are paycheck to paycheck. And it would, how did they do this with college, debt? How did they do that? They just forgave it. Why can't they do that now? Why can't they be like, you know what? You're right. This shouldn't be this much. We'll forgive this amount.
Yeah.
And well, if you already paid more, then we'll refund the difference.
I think that's great. And I don't think it should be done just exclusively through taxes. I think people need relief right now. If the federal government was willing to pause income taxes for a temporary period, I think that could be a great effect. That would be a great effect. And you know what? With the government being shut down currently, maybe we don't need all those budgets going in
That's
there.
something else. This is making us think about it since the government shut down.
Now,
we don't need income tax. What does it do?
Exactly. Now, let's just say, and I hate throwing a number out there because I'm sure that there's families out there that have, 20 kids and make $300,000. They're still struggling. But let's just say the majority of people making X amount of money, let's say somewhere between $300,000 and $500,000 a year is the gateway. And then everyone underneath said maximum income for their entire family gets relief, period. Everyone's income tax gets paused.
Yeah.
But if you make more than that amount, if you make more than 300,000 or $500,000 or whatever is a fair amount for the average family in every city in America, we have to consider every city. We're not just considering, small cities throughout Western North Carolina and Georgia. We're considering every city. Unfortunately, that means some outrageously priced cities from California.
Yep.
So we have to help and support all these people. If we could pause income tax for, let's just say 6 months.
That's a lot. No, I wouldn't do that because that's like a promise that's not really happening. It's like, yeah, we'll give you this little taste, and that'll cause even more issues.
I think that's the way we should go.
But that would as soon as the income tax relief is over, they're like, wait a minute, I need that money back.
Yeah, well, maybe it will light a fire under the American Republic and the people.
Obviously, the man of the country, people, the government, whatever you may want to call it, don't want to do that because
that's not true. I heard the Trump administration was actually trying to do that.
I'm sure Trump is doing it, but I'm talking about whoever is behind the veil.
Oh, the secret
man.
government.
As they called it back in the early 90s and
Operated
70s and
by
shit.
Lego.
The man.
No, I'm just kidding. I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean,
I'm just speaking
the
of
shadowy banking elite.
Yep.
Yeah.
whoever that is.
Whoever that is.
Whoever that
I don't
is.
know.
They know who they are.
Look at the non-federal reserve.
It says federal, but it really isn't. It's
I know.
private.
That's maybe one of the first things that Trump should strip from that thing. Maybe we should call it the private reserve. Then people will actually start to understand the truth of it.
But wait, now this gets me on a whole nother subject. Like I think I talked about it last time. How can't I print my own money? I want to be a private company too. And this is a free country.
You had to get a contract with the U.S. government and then have your private company written into our law.
What if I have like a notary sign off on it?
No,
They're part of the government.
no. I mean, if you're under one of the 13 regulated regional federal banks,
I thought this was a free country.
so quote unquote federal banks.
What do you mean?
I know, right?
I don't understand.
Me either.
I want my gold blocks back.
Give them back to me. So, honestly, this kind of segues right into that government shutdown talk that we were talking about. I mean, honestly, they had a huddle, I believe, Saturday, and they once again did not get anything passed. They didn't get anything done. And it almost seems to me that, they don't want to reopen the government. It's like Schumer and his clownies, they know that the government being shut down means that the Trump administration has free lay of the land. He can end budgets. He can terminate people. He can lay them off. Terminator, I'll be back.
And that's what I was talking about. This is going to get talk started. Do we really need all these taxes revolve? Like, let me just tell you how many taxes I pay in a day. I think at any time I move, anytime I fucking take a step, if I breathe, I'm probably paying taxes on it.
It's just like the Sneeds inside of Dr. Seuss stories when they have to pay for their own air. You remember that?
We got a 3D printer, and I feel like when I print something, I'm paying tax on that. And why? It's in my own house. Although I paid tax when I bought the reel. What the heck?
I think that this is going to force fiscal reform. Honestly, more so. I don't think it's more about like the Democrats are trying to stage it as punishing everyday Americans, but I really don't think so. I think, at least from what I heard from the Trump administration and what he has been putting out the last couple days before this weekend, was that he wants to preserve all the important programs, talking veterans benefits, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, which a lot of those benefits are administered by each state. And he wants to, keep families in need, SNAP benefits, things like that. But able-bodied people, might need to step up.
And this is a word out. This is something saying to the big companies, conglomerate companies like Walmart, Les Schwab, tire companies, any companies, just any freaking company out there that's big enough and has, what is that category they're in? 500.
Oh yeah, Fortune 50, Fortune 100, Fortune 500.
If they're one of those companies, they have the ability to take all these people and give them jobs here in America.
Yep.
They have that ability. It's not Trump's fault that no, everybody's losing their job. There is plenty of jobs out there that's just not being given out by these big companies because, we can get cheaper work overseas. Very easy. Or down in Mexico. Oh, super easy. Just being honest. Or Canada. I'm just like, it's not fair. Or they'll contract workers out. That's cheaper.
Yeah, and I think that they have a plan for that too. I mean, honestly, segueing into the H-1B visas, I do think that they abuse that program. A lot of companies abuse that program, and they falsely say that there's not Americans with that skill set, when that's not true. But no one's talking about them offshoring entire IT teams.
And
offshoring them, which means no American workers.
That's something else. So there's no American workers. We all just keep in mind, we don't have any factories here that make, Versace or Louis Vuitton or
Gucci.
Nike or Adidas or what is those kid ones? Sneakers? I don't know. Skechers. Thank you. Skechers.
Vans. Off the wall.
But all those are made in different countries.
Yeah. Not in America.
Not in America. Or blanket manufacturers. There's UGG, not made here. That's in Taiwan. What else? Chair companies, office chairs and everything.
Yeah.
Made in
all
America.
that used to be made in North Carolina. It's real sad.
Mm-hmm.
When you go look through those cities now, that used to be called furniture hubs of America, right? They used to be called furniture hubs of America.
That's something else. God bless North Carolina, because they've went through the ringer and didn't get recognized.
Yeah, they keep getting hit by storms.
And
we didn't even think storms could hit in the middle of the mountain. We had people flooded in the middle of the mountains. We're like, how
wiped away. But that's the thing. Like those towns had the factories that did those things, and like since it wasn't upkept or no one really done anything, and all of our sources were outsourced. Our things are outsourced. No one worked there anymore, so it got abandoned. No one took care of it anymore, and
that's one thing we saw announced last week, was that he was trying to bring back furniture because he raised the tariffs on furniture. All furniture being imported is going to have large tariffs on it. So furniture companies, listen up.
Ashley Furniture.
Bring your furniture manufacturing operations back here into the States.
Furniture companies.
It is not that hard. Look, go contact Elon. He has plenty of robots. He can help you set up a factory where you have people and robots working side by side, building quality parts. You don't need a person to hammer something in, but you do need a person to monitor that it's happening correctly.
No doubt. But those robots cost money. That's one. Two, we need more American workers. We don't need robots. I'm not saying we don't need to outsource our work again. We need to take over our independency.
No, I'm just saying what I'm saying.
So these companies,
listen up.
Can get an Eagle
one
check.
Of these other companies, what they're saying is they can't build here in the country because there's not enough qualified workers. Just hear me out. I agree with you. I agree. Listen,
bull crap.
I agree. But here's the thing.
So much bull crap. I can't. That's
the way we can call them out on their bull crap is by saying we could literally build them a fleet of robotic workers that could do it. So that's a lie.
You know how many whittlers are in North Carolina alone that may have a job, but not for woodworking?
Hell, I've seen an 85-year-old redneck make a couch. So
there you go. This is my point. We have so many talented furniture makers, woodworkers, people that are great designers even.
Yeah.
And no, they don't work for what they're. I'm going to be honest, God designed them to do. They're whittling away at some stick.
I agree, and a lot of them, their families grew up generationally. So when the furniture empires, kind of like furniture and tobacco, kind of fall apart or started falling apart in West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina.
When the dad lost his job back in the 70s, 60s. Because the empire was outsourced to China or Asia or whatever.
Yeah.
Then those families went to depression. That's how the depression started.
Yeah. Because between 20 and 10 and 20 years ago, so that's right around when the Great Depression happened, 2008.
Yeah. Or the recession.
Think about that.
The Great Recession.
Great Recession or Great Depression?
One of the two.
I don't know. Either way, guys, a depression, a recession, however you want to call it. All these places keep saying we're not in one. We are. And it's 100% caused by Biden. It has nothing to do with Trump. For all the Trump haters out there listening to us.
It felt like this since Bill.
Exactly. Let's just be honest. Look, Trump wants to remove a lot of federal government function and bring it back to the states. Guess what? That creates more capitalism between the states. If a state does something stupid, like California jacking gas up 100% taxes, then the residents can move out of that state to a different state that doesn't do that.
I just want to make this one statement, I feel like.
Statement.
bill is so much better than Biden, mainly because he did it with dignity.
Oh, he did it for sure. He definitely did it for sure. In the Oval Office, and the
Biden just
Blue
went up to a little
Room.
girl and sniffed that bitch.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, yes. Everyone has
sorry.
seen the clips of him smelling children. You know, he just likes to smell flowers.
Little flowers.
He was perfectly mentally fit to run this country 100%.
Kamala said that. Or Kamala?
No, I think Jill was the one who supported that decision.
Obviously, because she didn't want. If anybody found out she was married to a monster like that,
No,
I don't
more
think-
so if anyone found out that he wasn't even there mentally. Period. She was running the country.
was she?
I don't know. It's her in the auto pen.
Tell me more. No, that maybe you should.
I think this is a perfect segue into the fact that some of these American companies are using excuses like tariffs to raise pricing. And here's a perfect and also almost parodical example. It's almost hilarious how Xbox is claiming now that Xbox Live, due to the tariffs of 25%, has to raise their prices 20%.
Oh my
Jacking them
God.
up 20%.
I want to talk about this real quickly. I've been holding myself back. I just can't believe it right now. I just can't believe it. So,
What tariffs?
A hunting license, by the way, because of tariffs, because of, I don't know how. Are we getting the paper
I
from
don't-
overseas? Wait a minute. Because of tariffs, the hunting license went from $43 to $50.
You're joking.
I'm not kidding. And they blamed it because the tariffs.
Oh, maybe it's because when they import the animals, when they're all in egg format, you know, all
This
the
ain't
hunting
Minecraft.
animals. Yeah, well, apparently it is. Because how in the world are you going to have tariffs on hunting?
Lord have mercy.
And I know Office Depot did not raise the paper price.
There's so much more, like, there's so many other things that are just so outrageous. Like, things that don't have to do with tariffs. Like, I mean, the most stupidest thing, just like the hunting license, this is in Michigan. What does this have to do with hunting?
I know. I just saw the price
What
of
is
water.
hunting and tariffs? What is this? Like, this is completely two different subjects.
There was a brand of water bottles that just raised the price, and they said it was because of tariffs. And I was
That.
thinking here, like, wait a second. Every water bottle I've drank said product of the USA. Is there Chinese water in these bottles?
Well, I mean, that's something else. This is
Dun, dun, dun.
I would take this and use it as proof to look at these big companies and say, why are you outsourcing? You're the problem, not Trump. He's far from the problem. You're the problem for outsourcing these things, making us pay more,
Yep.
not giving us
Yep.
jobs.
When they've
Because
been made and have been made and can be made in America. Period.
just because you can get it cheaper doesn't mean it's right.
Exactly. Bring back plastic bags.
Bring back plastic bags.
I'm calling you
Amen.
out. Every state that doesn't allow us to have the plastic bags. I know Colorado's one of them. I know California's one of them. I'm almost positive New York City's one of them.
You know what's funny? During Biden's time and era, when paper straws were a thing,
Oh my God.
man, they were so dissolvable.
They gave us a
Okay.
paper straw for a Starbucks hot drink. Are
No.
you kidding me?
Okay, it's not even that. So I went to a theme park, and I get a drink, and it's a large, and I got the paper straw and I got the lid on it. I'm carrying it. The whole bottom, straw and all, just collapses. Like the cup, I have the cup in the hand, just the bottom comes out
Oh no.
all over me. This is why we don't do paper.
Man.
Like this ain't paper mache. We shouldn't be doing that. Just get me a freaking cup, a regular cup, not some paper mache.
Oh
to go with
man. Yeah. Ugh. I hate that stuff.
Like, it was so horrible. But I mean,
Yeah. Well, I think this is a good segue because I think that we should talk about some of the National Guard deployments around the country.
Perfect. Yeah.
And, honestly, I think that I do agree that we need to be cleaning up the country. And I think one of the latest cities is Portland, right?
Yes. Oh my God. Finally. Oh my God. Finally. I'm not trying to be offensive or mean, and people could tell me if I'm wrong or not. I have heard rumors.
Yeah, we're totally open for comment.
Is Portland like next to Seattle?
I mean, it's kind of close, yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Close meaning it's driving distance.
Yeah.
Within the day.
I don't know, maybe, yeah.
Okay. So in Seattle, people are pooping on the street. Or at least that's what I last heard from when I last looked. And that was a long time ago, but like,
I've been to both places, and there are some really, really nasty places in both. And there's some really nice places in both. But to be honest with you, like most of the cities that I've been to visit, and Philadelphia, New York, they're all the same. I mean, even Los Angeles. Literally, poop on the side of the road, trash, homeless encampments, and businesses closing left and right, especially small business.
Just to keep in mind, the dirtiest I've ever seen was when I went to California and saw the Hollywood sign.
Yeah. So there was literally trash hanging off the Hollywood sign.
It was gross.
and there was a tent encampment right underneath it. So I mean that was not preferable. That was only a couple of years ago.
Not great.
I think that that Trump and the administration is right to clean up some of these cities and some of these acts. I don't agree with the activist judges blocking certain things, especially since the Supreme Court has said that it's legal.
I don't think they should. I don't think they should have the power to. I feel like if they've truly cared and didn't care about the money that's going into their pocket for whatever incentives may be coming to them, because there's so many homeless people in the area.
Yep.
I feel like if they truly cared, they would allow it to be cleaned up. Just like how I think someone talked about there was an event in Seattle or Portland, and it was cleaned up completely so nicely for this event. There was no homeless people. It was so nice. Why happened? Like now it's disgusting.
Yeah.
What happened? Like how does that even happen?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, it's really sad, honestly. I mean, a lot of American families, they want to travel, and a lot of times they're scared to. And to be honest with you, a lot of immigrants that are legally here in this country don't want to travel right now because of what is out there in these cities. I mean, it's just, they need to clean them up. I mean, it's serious. It's bad. I mean, look at our public transportation. We should have more public transportation options than airports. That's it. We barely have trains that go across the country. You cannot go from one side of this country to the other without flying a plane in a day, period.
Yep. That's not true.
That's sad.
Yeah.
So either they better get spaceships going quickly, or they better build some high-speed trains.
I mean, I feel like...
Or teleportation. Those are the only options.
I'm going back to trains. Is the way. I honestly feel like it, because steam was a great power source.
I agree.
It was renewable.
I'm agreeing with you.
It was so renewable, more renewable than honestly fossil fuels.
Yeah.
But I mean that's only my opinion. It could be a different opinion. I don't know. I could be very wrong on it even. I don't know. But I feel like going by a train would be so much easier. We ship things by train still. I mean, trucks and cars are transported by train still. Why can't we continue to do that with ourselves?
Yeah.
Like, why can't
there be a high-speed train that meets passenger needs and cargo needs?
Yes.
Period.
Well, we have all the trains for cargo needs. We have plenty of trains for cargo needs.
No, but I'm saying imagine building a high-speed network designed for passengers and cargo at the same time. The same trains could do both. Each station could be equipped with half of the station is for passengers, half of the station is for cargo loading. The train pulls in, both operations occur at the same time. Passenger baggage is loaded into the cargo section, very similar. What do you think about that? Build a whole network like that. Actually expand. You know how like President Eisenhower came out with the Eisenhower highway system. That's what we have today, the Eisenhower National Transit Highway System.
That's a good idea. I mean,
Trump
here's an idea.
high-speed rail and cargo network.
Just so like it's out there, and if anybody hears it, send it to them. The idea of a Tesla speed train where it charges by rail.
That would be amazing. I mean, we
Yeah.
already have electrical trains that do that.
But I mean, high speed. So I mean, when it gets to the station,
Yeah.
it charges instantly.
You may not know this, but they literally have that technology in Japan, and it's able to be purchased. We can purchase it from Japan, our ally.
Bam. I feel like that's something we should do. That's a good idea.
We could trade.
But
We'll give them like a little property for Toyota. Like take the,
they already got a big property.
No. We can have a little bit extra one.
Whatever.
We'll put one in Portland.
Portland. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah. So the New York City mayoral race. Mayoral? Yeah. Mayoral.
Mayoral.
Yeah.
Mayor-
Mayor race. We'll just go ahead and go with
Yeah.
that.
The mayor race. That sounds better. Mayor race.
Yeah. You
Okay.
see.
Yeah. Jeez, I keep poking this. All right. You start off on this one.
Eric Adams.
Eric Adams.
He's gone. Goodbye.
Bye.
He dropped out the race.
He dropped out.
You know who scares me the most, honestly?
Who?
Zoran Mamdani. Zoran Mandani. Is that how you say his name? Zoran Mandani. He is Shia Muslim. I don't know if you're aware of that.
I don't know about that. Like, I don't think. Is he? What?
Yeah, I looked it up.
So, I got to clarify on this. If I wasn't born in America, I could still become president.
I think he was not. So you have to be born in America, but he is not going for president.
Or even mayor.
No, anyone can be the mayor.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how I feel about it either. And actually, it's based on city law too, so I shouldn't just say that. But like New York, you can be the mayor if you're not, if you weren't born here. But other cities, other states, whatever, they may have restrictions. But here's the crazy part about this. So this is why
I'm not sure what you mean, but that sounds like another form of outsourcing. Just saying.
Yeah, I think you're right, 100%. And here's what really bothers me and what scares me. Okay, how can someone say they're Sharia Muslim? That religion that still beheads women, stones the children, and kills gays. That one. How can you say you're Sharia Muslim, but also that you're a Democrat and a socialist Democrat? How can you say that? I'd love to hear an answer. I would love to hear somebody in the audience tell me how Sharia Muslim governing principles, the Islamic principles of Sharia Muslim, which he is a Shia Muslim. He is not a Sunni. He's not Sunni. He's Shia. Tell me how that fits in with a democracy. How does that fit in with being a socialist Democrat? Or is he 100% a liar?
For me and myself and I believe if you do not have the same beliefs as the majority of America, the people that you're going to represent, or even the state that you're going to represent, if you do not have the majority belief or same belief as these people, you do not have the right. I mean, you may have the right to be put in there, but you should. I mean, just like, I mean, if I have a bad credit score, I don't have the same ability to get a car as someone with a good credit score.
Yeah. Yep. Right.
I don't think
there's already restrictions in society for that. If that's what you're trying to say.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that they should have the same ability and ability to
get. Some people cannot lead. They're just not
an American with the same value. And this could be a Black American, Asian American,
white
Mexican American, anybody.
Yeah.
But someone with the same beliefs as the majority of their city state.
Yes. somebody that is assimilated into our country's values.
Yes.
Serious.
Yes. And that's what I genuinely believe. I think what they're doing is outsourcing whoever this is. When I say there, I'm talking about the man in the cloak. I don't know who it is. Could be the man puppeting Trump. It could be the man puppeting Biden.
Yeah.
Who knows? It could be both.
Exactly.
Who knows? Or even Netanyahu. Who knows? But
I agree. And, honestly, as our episode comes to a close today, I just wanted to say, just to kind of like loosen it up a little bit here, Shutdown Day 6. It's like the Dems are like kids in a candy store. They won't leave without the whole aisle. Even if it means the lights go out.
They want it all.
They want it all.
They want it all.
And then, speaking of Trump's tariffs on China, which I think is hilarious, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he still makes them there, but finally, someone's making Beijing pay for all those knockoff MAGA hats.
Stop.
Yeah. Stop. I mean, well deserved, right?
Yeah, no, fair enough. They didn't pay for them. It was...
Yeah, free advertising made in China.
Like, literally.
And then I'm going to read a Bible verse for everyone because we like to close the show out with a Bible verse.
Amen.
If you are a Christian, we do pray for you. We pray for everybody, of course,
yes.
But we don't want to offend anyone that's listening that is not a Christian. But according to Proverbs 28:5, evildoers do not understand what is right. Those who seek the Lord understand it fully. And then Psalms 82:3, defend the weak and the fatherless, uphold the cause of the poor and the oppressed. So, folks, if that's a takeaway from anything, it means we should support one another. We should support everyone that's part of that is an American, that is in this country, legally, of course.
Amen.
And we should create a path for those that have lived in this country for many, many years, that seek to be here legally. That would be willing to follow the processes that are designed. I think we should create a path for them. So, again, this is Tyler.
And this is Levi.
And we appreciate it. Thanks again for listening to the Vanguard Roundtable, Episode 2. Have a great day.
Have a great day.
That's a wrap on today's Vanguard Roundtable, where truth and justice always find their way. Tyler and Levi, they've got the final word on the airwaves of VNN, where the truth's never blurred. As the strings roll out, we say goodbye. Tune in next time as the stories fly high from the heart of the battle to the edge of the light. The Vanguard stands ready, bringing the fight. So until the next one, keep your eyes on the prize. For valiant news, we'll never compromise. On the roundtable we trust as we ride through the night. Signing off now, with truth burning bright.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.